I can't help but notice how amazing the architecture is here at Union Station.
That leads us to our next thing. One of the coolest jobs in Los Angeles is being an architect, and we have the privilege of meeting one of the best in town.
Hey Rob, how you doing?
Good. Wow, this is a house. Tell me a little bit about this house and the story behind it.
Well, it was an empty lot, so it was just Malibu hillside. I was out here with the owners. Their first kind of goal was that when they walked through the front door, they had a view of the Queen's Necklace in Santa Monica. And then you come into this entry garden where you kind of say, wow, I wasn't expecting this. And it distracts you for a moment from the fact that you're facing the Pacific Ocean. And so you're rediscovering that experience of viewing the ocean.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your style.
Well, I don't have a set style. I don't want to have a signature style so people walk down the street and point to it and say, that's a Paul Williger house, because I'm not designing it for myself. I'm designing it for the clients, and I tell all the clients I meet with, you know, you'll see aspects of my work and houses that you like, but you're not going to see your house, because your house is going to be unique for your site, for your lifestyle, for your family. It's a visual art, and it's about creating beauty.
Actually take a historical approach sometimes and figure out a way to sort of modernize it. So this house right here actually has a sort of Italian countryside feel. Was there a purpose behind that, or did you have little elements that you wanted to pull in there to give it that?
Well, that was very much the kind of client's desire. Oftentimes they'll come to me and they'll know exactly, Paul, I want a Spanish colonial house, or I want a American colonial house. Sometimes it's a little bit of an exploration, but it's coming to a point where you create a cohesive design for a client. Both myself and the clients were well-traveled through Italy, and so we drew on our experiences and also the references from books and created an image binder. So as we worked through the design of the house, we had that for a reference. We used reclaimed antique roof tile to give an age and patina to the house, and the rest of the house is plaster. The idea there was to create a narrative that maybe this was an older part of the house that somehow got incorporated into the house as it expanded.
Tell me a little bit about your history.
Well, I was fortunate in architecture school. I got to spend a year in Versailles, France. I got to travel and see a lot of the historic sites and historic architecture. And in graduate school, I worked for Robert Stern, who's one of the biggest proponents of American residential architecture, and all that kind of came together as I developed.
Tell me a little bit about how you designed the pool area.
Well, the pool area was to be an extension of the house, and so open onto the pool area, and also the family room opens onto an outdoor covered loggia with an outdoor fireplace, so that there's a transition from interior spaces to exterior spaces to the true exterior.
So tell me about some of the projects that you're currently working on or just finished.
Well, I just finished a new Spanish colonial style house in Woodside, California. And my client called me recently and said someone drove by the house and came up and asked him, was this house from the 20s? And we just finished it a year ago. We're not trying to be historically deceptive, but convincing to the style and references that we're looking at.
Well, I will say this, you got this house right. And I can't wait to see the other houses that you're working on. But you know what? It's really funny. Right when you think you're making it in life, you see something like this and you realize you have a long way to go.